90% of the credit here. Figured out in RPGs, one of the easiest ways to win is create a multi-level marketing pyramid business scheme.
It works so well.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, that you are in the home of multi-level pyramid
I feel like
schemes.
Tico was trying to do that.
Like, yeah, Tico was extremely on the bottom, and he was hustling, which makes me sad because we're just so close to where some of that would have paid off more. But what can you GD do? Hello, Sir Newt. How are you? So good to see everyone. I hope you're doing well. Let me see.
I'm hanging in there, Tim. But can I say something?
Please.
I know we're all kind of probably mentally very exhausted right now. You're not? Okay.
I got my quarantine second.
You got your quarantine? Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, this rules. I play Final Fantasy all day.
Hell yeah.
It's completely understandable. But look, if you are feeling that way, all you have to do is pick up your phone and go to your local grocery store app and order yourself some Stoke Cold Brew. It will revitalize you and make you feel amazing.
Yes. Stoke, in these trying times, you gotta find a new person. I've told you the story 14 times, but it makes me laugh. Of like my friend who does marketing for the like coffee shots, and I was like, "You gotta get on some podcasts, bro. I can hook you up, bro." Oh, we got two. We have giveaways today. I haven't said.
Oh, hell yeah!
Sweet.
Jeff, thanks for the 31-month subscriber.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Thank
damn.
you, Jeff.
Thanks.
You're the best.
As old as me.
I heart you.
So long.
You're a good boy.
Yeah, we should eat meat again. That's one thing that I'm sad about. No travel plans. One, the good part about no travel plans is taking more like personal days off from work. I was like, fuck it, I'm not coming in this afternoon because I don't want to. But the bad part is not getting to eat delicious food with buddies, which is
Yeah.
I've just been cooking my face off. And
Yeah.
just really going hard on the cooking game.
What are some of your go-tos?
yeah.
Oh, well, I have go-tos, but I've been doing a lot of new stuff, like trying different things. Some of them, I'll say the favorites in the household, we'll say, with kids, are they love honey sriracha chicken.
Yes.
With rice and Chinese vegetables and some egg rolls. But yeah, the honey sriracha chicken is awesome. No sriracha for the girls, my daughters. I basically make everything but the sriracha and then coat the chicken in it, portion theirs to the side that they're going to eat, and then pour the sriracha in.
There's an extra ingredient that you can add to your honey sriracha chicken that makes it the ultimate chicken sweet recipe. And that is, if you have some, throw some hoisin in there with it.
Ooh.
I do have some.
Hell yeah.
Okie doke.
One of the girls like sriracha. I don't like sriracha. It tastes like ketchup to me.
Because they're 2 and 4. Burn their tongue out of it.
Is sriracha spicy?
Oh my
Very.
gosh. Pat is extremely gender norms, and he's read the what is it?
Don't put that on me.
The Radiance books by you
Oh my god.
Wave Radiance by he finished Wheel of Time.
Oh,
really
writes,
I'm not gonna help you because you're trying to.
He writes a book every single day. They're all good. Mistborn, anyways. In that world, boys eat spicy food and girls eat sweet food. And whenever they accidentally switch food, they're like, "Whoa, buddy, what the fuck?"
No, I will say my wife will.
Brandon Sanderson.
Coat it in sriracha. Like she'll put extra sriracha. So there you go. In your face.
Well,
my
Jennifer
wife loves spicy food.
A monster when it comes to spicy food. So I find sriracha spicy. So leave me alone.
I really love. We don't get that the brand everyone thinks of. With the rooster on it and like the green top. There's one called Sky Valley, and I think the taste is 10 times better, and it doesn't have like the weird smell that the other one has.
Yeah.
I'm in the Twilight Zone. Sriracha's spicy.
It's spicy, bro. Come on.
It is spicy. I like spicy food.
I
don't understand.
White.
I'll eat like really spicy stuff.
Half white. I don't get it.
Like I can.
Sriracha is objectively spicy.
Yes,
but not like I don't mean like uncomfortably spicy. Like a good spicy, like flavor.
It has Scovilles. Anyone else doing some fun, tasty
Yeah,
quarantine foods.
I bought this like chili flake powder from the Asian store, and I don't know, I put chilies in a lot of stuff. I got chili all the time, but like I tried to make a spicy spinach dip, and I was like, I'm just gonna put like a half a teaspoon of this chili powder in here, and it killed everyone. Like you could not eat it. I was like crying. I was like,
Damn, is it gochujang? Or
was,
gochugaru? I forget which one's the paste.
Gochujang is what I'm talking about in the chat right now. Of that is kind of the thing that is leading me down the path, because
it's so good.
An early spice situation for me was that I didn't like vinegar. So Tabasco.
What?
Well, I like vinegar by itself, but I don't like buffalo wings. I don't know.
Interesting.
So early on, I was like, okay, yeah, it's spicy, but also it's not good. But gochujang is so good that it's worthwhile to get the burning. And whenever Jennifer makes food, it's gonna be spicy. So
I can go wild in breakfast too. Like last week, I made a breakfast pie, where it's just basically a bunch of breakfasty stuff like hash browns, eggs, and sausage and cheese inside a pie crust.
Hell yeah!
You guys getting on that basic game and doing like the sourdough bread, because we got a lot of sourdough starter, and like you got like leftover stuff that that people just throw away normally. I'm like, I'm not gonna throw it away, so like I'm trying to make a good food with just starter, and I have not found the recipe yet because it tastes real funky.
Yeah,
but,
I was gonna say, like making that like mother is just like, it seems so complicated. That's why I've never bothered with making sourdough.
yeah,
so damn easy.
Really?
You just mix more flour and water, and then it's the equal amounts. Just do it, and then it gets big.
I respect bakers. Baker is a different skill set.
It's science.
Then
it's
all
doing
alchemy.
being able to cook does not mean you can bake necessarily.
Oh, for sure.
Not-
Yeah, the fucking
100%.
weather can affect your baking.
Yeah. And
The order you put stuff in, that's the crazy thing to me, is the order you put the ingredients in the bowl. can affect
you have
it.
to be very careful and just
Yeah.
like with mixing your wet and dry ingredients.
I love seeing when they make the little bowl with the egg, and this is like where the egg goes. Then we do this. I'm like, wow, I can't believe that like makes it better. But when I learned that you can like over mix things, I was like,
yes,
but I'm an idiot. I want things to be mixed as much as possible. It's like no.
Like pie crust, you want that shit. You want to barely touch that shit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, for those of you who are confused, we killed Zariel last week and saved all Avernus and everything like that. So we're just going to talk about baking for today.
Listen, I love to bake. I could go all day. It's my favorite thing for my birthday. I always like to make myself an even more complicated cake.
Hell yeah.
It's Jennifer's birthday's coming up, and it's funny because it's like, I wonder if I can make this. Is that okay? It was like, you're asking me if you can make a specific cake for your birthday? While I simply will not do anything other than lick a spoon and clean a dish.
It's fun. It's fun. I made a strawberry ice cream cake one time. This past one, I made like a latte cake. I made like an espresso crumble, like that I put in between the layers and like a little coffee soak. I love to make cakes.
Yeah. Jennifer made chocolate chip cookies, and I was just like eating the dough and remembering the cookies. I'm like, these are so simple, but like such a goddamn delicious food. It's not fair that chocolate chip cookies are. I was just thinking about how good like butter and flour and so forth just mixed together is. Like it is not fair. I would just eat the cookie dough even without the chocolates until the day I died.
Good as hell.
But yeah, I think us, as silly as it is, stream D&D shows exist for a lot of people, and I think I've said this before, we exist for a lot of people as a distraction. There's obviously a core of people that are listening because they enjoy the story. There's a core of people that just like to hear how other people play modules, and then there's probably an equally large, if not larger, amount of people that are just here to have sound on in the background or in the midground or something like that. And I think that's beautiful, and I think that's fine.
There's also like one guy that's here to rules lawyer, and I'm about it.
You are seen.
You are seen.
Yeah, if I ever get a rule
not me.
wrong, it's because we're in hell now. man. That's what I think.
There are no rules in hell.
And we're in Avernus.
Yeah. Anything else going on in anyone's lives they want to say? Any other good foods? Any other this or that? We finally went to the grocery store, even though the line was all the way around the building, and went by very fast. And so I think that's why my hope was restored, is because at first it was like, oh, I'm gonna have to wait. It's gonna take 3 hours to go to the grocery store. But now that I realize that, yeah, you're gonna have to wait in line a little bit, stand away from a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. And so that kind of like refreshed me when I was getting paranoid.
My other thing of the week, and it's a very anticlimactic story, but I'm just excited about it anyway, is I'm trying to order a custom product from Alibaba. And in another D&D adventure we were doing, I made we made a stupid product, and I actually designed the water bottle for the product. So I'm gonna get a bunch of these things. You can buy bootleg hydro flasks from China for $3.
Oh damn!
Yes, or spice water.
Hell yeah!
Spiced water.
Hell yeah, spice water.
Listen, Brett, myself, and Ash and Sam, our other rewatch co-hosts, we went on a different show over the last weekend. It's a Star Wars real play show.
I love Star Wars.
And we're like mercenaries, but basically we spent 2 episodes.
This is like spoilers for a month ahead of content.
Yeah, but this all I'm saying is we basically spent 2 episodes being drug dealers at Space Firefest.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Do you want to plug whatever that is real quick?
Yeah.
Or does that exist?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's Case Aiken's
Scruffy Nerf Herders.
Scruffy Nerf Herders. We had so many shows, and I was like, which one is it?
I cut my
Scruffy Nerf
husband's
Herders,
hair.
Star Wars.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Let me get him in here so I can show it off. I've never cut hair before, and I panicked, and the haircut took 3 hours, but
God.
it turned out really nice.
I feel like you would be good at it.
Ben, come here. I want to show off your hair.
I dropped the photo of that water bottle into chat.
Let me show how fine you are to your body.
Hangouts.
Oh, damn.
Click.
I gave him the young Leo haircut.
Spice water by Retox.
Yeah, come show off your hair.
That's so good.
Come show off his hair.
There's that fine piece of
Oh, damn, that's so good.
Yeah, show
That's
him the
so
back.
good.
Oh, yeah, the back of your hair.
Son.
Professional.
I've never cut hair before.
I of course you'd be great at it. I mourn the loss of another long hair king, but
I know.
it's a great look and it looks amazing with his facial hair. So all in
Right?
all, kicking ass.
That's what I told him. I was just like, you look roguish and handsome.
Yes, you should be on a TV show.
I second that.
Yeah, they're saying you should be on a TV show, and also Tim is mourning the loss of your luscious long hair. But
Yeah.
I know. Tim, you got to hold it down for the long hair boys, all right? You got to hold it. Yes.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Love you.
All right, let's get started.
Hell yeah. Tim, I'll try to be a long hair king. We'll see how long
Let's
this
do it,
hair lasts.
brother.
Yes. Sorry I cut you off earlier, Brett. I just got really excited about cutting hair.
It's fine.
Shall we play D&D?
Yeah, man.
No.
No, never. Never
You
touch
guys
the
just
dice.
gotta let me know if you want one of those water bottles when I order them, because
Hell yeah.
I mean, shit, I might. I need a water bottle. Damn.
Fuck yeah.
I need to be a Disco girl. Is that what it's called?
Visco girl.
Visco
Visco
girl.
girl. Visco. My bad.
is that like a viscous girl?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
It's named after
And
the
I-
photo app.
It's
that's
basically
right.
for slime girl.
I'm so bad. Yeah. Two swords. What happened last time?
All right. Dear diary, how are you? Me? I'm great. Well, if you remember diary, last time or I left you, we was in the basement of that cemetery church and we'd fought some demons and we had that Ravensguard fella and his head was all kind of screwy. Had lots of supernatural otherworldly entities inside of it. So we brought him upstairs and tried to leave, but then there's that creepy guy who was kind of a dick again, kind of his MO. But we talked him into letting us leave with Ravensguard, headed to High Hall, had a slight detour with his little imp who was also a dick, and he made me fork over my favorite
Oh, that wasn't
fishing
it.
tackle.
Oh no.
Yeah. Gnash tricked him with his magic weapon, and I hope that does not come back to bite us in the keister later on. Faria, we went back to High Hall, and like Faria did this magic seance thing to kick them supernatural entities out of Ravengard's head, and then those of us who weren't magically inclined fought off some flowing light orbs while they did the thing. On that note, Diary, I'm getting a little afraid. I don't understand what is going on anymore. Stay tuned. I'll ask Gnash if he knows. Long and short of it, we need to get out of the city and get ourselves down to Avernus proper. So time for some strategery. Bye-bye. I love you.
Strategery. Very good.
Thank you.
We all cheer in character.
Yeah, so Kim, last week you guys left from the Minotaur fight zone. You still have your good little buddy, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's still.
I was gonna punish you specifically, but I think instead I did the opposite and just let you roll well and not take a lot of damage.
Thank you.
Yeah, you channeled a ritual with Faria. Oops.
Yeah.
And that's how you saved. So basically, like, I guess what you would probably experience is you were grasping onto this large greatsword, and you were basically channeling a little bit of selflessness and sacrifice and things like that, because in order to channel, you needed to find a conduit, and the conduit was a sword of an unknown hero who died valiantly. So while that was happening, every round you had to roll well enough, or else you would take like psychic damage. So you ended up taking a little bit of damage, but not a ton, or force damage, I guess, as like waves of force radiated out. So yeah, Karloff went through a weird one as the rest of the crew beat up a whole bunch of will-o-wisps that popped out, tried to bonk you guys on the head and to stop it. But the big thing was that Ravengard described visions. And the visions were basically of Lulu's past, which I'll summarize very quickly, of running around with an armored person, taking a gorgeous sword, plunging in the ground, and then a scar growing up over the sword. And then later, Lulu flying around, running from a huge demon, vomiting up other demons, to eventually wandering in delirium in front of two odd bird-like humanoids dressed in a patchwork of armor, standing next to a strange infernal vehicle. And then from there, Lulu remembered that was Chuka and Clonk, Kinku birdfolk.
Oh, that's right.
From Fort Knucklebone.
Ooh.
And Ravengard believes, along with Faria, that Torm themselves gave him a vision of how to save Elturel, and that is by recovering the Sword of Zariel.
Nice.
Since everything has been visions, he doesn't quite know what that means, but when a god sends you their Polaroids, that is an important time. And Lulu kind of described what happened to her a little bit more, which I meant to write down, because she basically has a table of memories, and you're supposed to slowly learn them. But it was kind of like there's some that make sense randomly, and there's some that make sense at the time. Oh yeah, so Lulu was pursued by Yunugu, and she was running away with Yel, the Hell Rider. Yel, Yael.
Wig.
And there's a few other things that on the memory table, now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, so basically the goal is, per Lulu and per Ravengard, get off Elturel and go find this Fort Knucklebone. Lulu believes she sees it because it's she would have it's basically like a mountain that looks like a hand, and if you find the hand, well, then you find Fort Knucklebone. That's great, isn't it?
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Studying the map.
hand bones.
So you have the map that was provided to you, but basically the map.
We should ask this really big lady with the armor and the wings in the southwest corner to help. She's so much bigger than everything else. She looks.
Silvara more or less described the map as a guideline, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
more like guideline.
She described the map as wrong. So
yeah. From what she understood is the person who attempted to chart Avernus went insane doing so. And what obviously you notice very quickly that there is the river Styx running throughout, but what you don't see is a giant floating city anywhere. That is because El Terrell is not on this map. Specifically, the adventure is set up as like basically put El Terrell and Fort Knucklebone wherever the hell you want. And I'm like, okay.
Oh damn.
So you guys are somewhere on this map. You don't know right now. I don't know. But that's the situation. You need to get off El Terrell. Rhea is leaving, by the way, too. She's gonna stay back and help. She feels like it's her duty. What with all the undead and devils and demons and things like that. So, if you guys wanted to take a long rest here, you can do that. If you wanted to scooch while the scooching is good, that works too. Whatever you want to do. The hell is now your oyster.
I have no standard by which to measure the quality of the scooching at the moment.
That's true.
I'm down to rest. I think it'd be great for 2 swords and beef to like sleep off their wounds.
Okay. Yeah, Faria and Ravengard sort of, lead you back down into the crypts where you took a long rest before. Faria and Ravengard discuss the remaining bits of I guess closing the portal. The ritual you did pretty much all of it, but now they have to do a few dotting the I's and crossing the T, make sure they don't open it again. And they think that will take the better part of the night, so they kind of go off and realize that they have a lot of work to do, and Rhea goes with them to help out, since it's going to be difficult, but it's boring, not anything that you guys can are expected to assist with. Anything you want to do before you go to sleep, or what's up?
Yeah, choose or tie.
Go ahead.
Beef is going to look at his magic wands that he's used almost all of the charges from, and just look at him and go, please work. And they'll regain 4 and 6 charges each.
Okay.
So
hell yeah.
Dope.
Perfect.
Tim, we don't feel like when we're sleeping, we don't feel like maybe we've like matured as people and characters.
No.
Oh. No, not yet. We
no.
Really
at the end of this session, you will level up.
Hell yeah. I would like to work on my holy water pipe, if possible. All right. So.
I think at one point he maybe got bashed or something, and
no.
It's like you some of the time you're actually working on it, you're like redoing stuff. It's annoying,
Gotcha.
But give me some rolls here.
All right.
Turn Bear into like a giant.
Oh, that's a 4.
Okay, you don't get as much done, but as you're looking, you feel like you might have a better idea next time you try it, and you're spending most of the time just repairing and getting things back to the way they were. Cool. Which is good, I mean, Bear, I believe, already you needed to consecrate and cleanse an altar, and Bear did that, and we're all very thankful for Bear for doing that.
Aww. Yeah, also I need to fix him up as well.
Yeah, you guys asked beat.
True. Pineapple pen.
If we want, I can basically change my spells whenever I take a long rest, and I have the ability to use Featherfall if we would like to have that prepared.
Well,
it just so happens to be that Beef also has that ability.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, but did we want to do that?
Yeah.
Unless, can someone else cast a shield of complete invulnerability around us while we do that? Because otherwise,
the real question is Featherfall concentration.
Oh, let's see.
Because
Featherfall is
no, I don't think it is.
Like it, yeah.
Say, is it a concentration? I don't think it's a concentration. I think it's just like a thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, damn, that was gonna be a fun way to do a total party wipe.
I'm not over the idea of if there's we can find something big with wings in the city
and give it Featherfall.
And give it feather, and then we ride it. Why don't we just build a boat and then give the boat Featherfall, and then the air can hit the sail?
Okay, in character. All right, everyone, empty your bag. How much rope y'all got?
I have.
See if we got 500 feet of rope.
I have 50 rope.
I feel like if we're gonna do Featherfall, only one of us should prep it.
To have it. Yeah.
I'm giving up sea invisibility for Featherfall.
Cool.
I feel like that's pretty useful though.
Yeah, but you have a cat that can do that.
Well, I can't see it. I mean, it can see it, but it can't articulate. It just starts like hissing and freaking out if something invisible is near us.
Sounds like articulation to me.
Yeah.
Speak with animals, nerds. Come on.
Yeah, dog. You're trying to become a budding spellcaster over there. I poke at your ribs.
I like the text of Featherfall as its reaction. So in my mind, you can't cast it on yourself until you jump. So you have to gain a little bit of speed. I mean, that's what the text is, reaction. You can't take it's not in action. You cannot do it until you're falling.
You have to react. Why don't we like do the thing? We'll do it Fortnite style. We jump out. We try to aim at where it's trying to go. Then we Featherfall like right before we hit the ground.
Yeah, where we landed,
really
boys.
Funny.
Exactly.
Yeah. That way we're not like gentle floating ducks in the air.
I've said before that this is a let's call it let's not use negative terms. This is an opportunity for DMs running this adventure, for it is hilariously underwritten in the thing, because it's like there's literally like a 1,000-year war raging beneath you. In fact, like at every time you've looked down, you realize that there the river Styx is beneath you, so you know that you're somewhere on this river.
Do I see a big fucking dragon head skull anywhere, Tim?
Let me see where that
when
is.
I look out of a
insane,
window of the high hall.
Yeah, I should open this in this screen. Let me open up my other windows so that I don't super lie to you. Because I've you know, I
like
can think where you guys are right now. I just won't tell you. No, you do not.
Okay.
See, I'm telling you, that dude was insane. It was just windmills. All of the dragons on there are windmills.
All right.
Oh, y'all, I have an idea. Y'all know wagons? Like wagons?
I have a wagon.
You know wagons? You know what wagons are?
Yeah.
Stop saying wagons.
So imagine a wagon, but it doesn't have wheels and it has wings like a bird.
It's
like a wagon that flies, but has wings.
Oh, like a cart. Got it. Like a cart with wings.
A cool chariot? I can build you a cool chariot.
But with wings. So instead of horses walk on the ground and you go faster on a horse on the ground. And it's like, that's what like wagons and stuff are. But we do that, but in the air.
So you want an air horse?
Yeah. That would be a great idea too.
Okay.
Where are you gonna get an air horse?
I don't know. Maybe we should just go walk around the city and we'll trip over some plot. We'll trip over some plot in the street and fall into it. Means of getting out of the city.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem a little dangerous to just jump off of the edge.
Yeah, it's really far down there, and everyone's mad down there. So if we could find a safer way, that would be a lot nicer.
Beef, you don't got some kind of wizardy like teleport, maybe? Like,
oh yeah, I got that. It works for me.
Shit.
Yeah, all my teleporting works for me. Except, one of them works for someone else, but I can only go 90 feet.
Because I mean, like that'd be like soup's convenient. Just like open a portal and then walk in, and we're like down on the ground, but like away from all the scrapping.
More of a dimensional door.
That too. Whatever that is. Sure. Yeah.
That's also a spell that Beef doesn't have.
Well, shit.
We could Final Fantasy X style slide down the chains.
Well, it's funny y'all mentioned that because I feel like I remember while I was sleeping yesterday when we were all hanging out, a magical voice in the sky telling me that would not go well for us. And we would take a lot of damage doing that.
Raven Guard explicitly said that they sent scouts out to check out all of these spikes, and one of the scouts tried to like look at them and immediately started taking it was hurtful to the touch. But you do think that you could probably climb him if you had to.
So why don't we?
And what if we never touched him? What if we loop something around it and like
a demon? Like if we if we slid a demon down like they were
like a demon. Like we got to find a long demon, like a ropey demon.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
Okay, now we're thinking with
on a floating disc of sorts.
So what time is it? Is this the next morning? Are you guys saying it's the next morning?
Yeah.
We're doing this over our Pop-Tarts and tea.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Faria and Raven Guard come up to you as you guys are sort of chatting and waking up and all that stuff. Like, well, the ritual is done. I guess, and all the demons know that their back door is now closed, which is something. Why are you laughing?
Sure. Sorry, man.
And if you want, we can lead you down through the sewers here, and we can kind of. I can point out what I know about the landscape beneath us, which is not much, to be honest with you.
More than we know.
Yeah, sure. I think it's better than nothing.
So remember, in the catacomb level, there was that little 10-foot pipe that led over.
Yeah, we spit down.
Yeah. So you're looking down, and you see the several chains of that are going down. You all would estimate it's between 400 to 500 feet, give or take. And from the ground, and you can see the chains sort of slowly still pulling down. You felt maybe in the night another big pull you down. You got spooked, but you went back to bed. What you see directly around you is, more or less the river beneath you, with more charred remains of the Avernian wastes. You do not see any large armored women down there, but basically, from what you understand about this map, is that not only is it suggestions, but things move, and it's never the same twice, and it's not going to be a super great thing to find new places the first time. But Savara more or less believes that if you find a place, maybe you'll be able to orient. But right now you don't. You see the river Styx kind of bending back and forth. I don't know what direction Elturel is facing, but let's say the river Styx it juts out to the left and juts back to the right, and seems to flow lazily as just scores and scores and scores of demons are throwing themselves at the chains that are put into the ground. It seems different than I'll share the Elturel picture again so you can kind of see what it looks like because it's so cool looking. It seems a little bit different than the last time you guys looked down, I guess yesterday, right? Or the day before, I don't remember which. Because the devils have basically fallen back. Instead, it was like ordered lines all throughout. But now, as you look around, all the devils have fallen back and are basically making rings around each of these posts in that dope art. Against like waves and waves of demons. You see I don't know how high is the Space Needle? Let me look that up. In Seattle, Space
We are
Needle.
1.5 space needles in the air.
How high? It's 2.3 million visitors. I should probably. Oh, height
605 feet.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah. So you probably see a huge blue pit fiend under like one of the closer chain things ordering around what blobs of various devils into rank orders, and they seem to be pushing them back, but the demons seem to be pushing them back and gaining on them. Unfortunately,
and no, we don't see any flying creatures.
Oh, you see tons of flying creatures. Yeah, man.
And they just like swoop under this opening at all?
No,
you can't avatar it, like just land on the back of one of them. And
I mean, you could try. Yeah, there are flocks of rocks. There's flying spine devils. There's what look to be sturges, which are basically blood mosquitoes that are big, flying around the outsides of the battles, feeding on some of the remaining corpses that are there. And you see, like, on the sides of the defenses, the devil's defenses that are facing the river, more and more scores of demons coming from the river. So it looks like the demons are coming from the river Styx, which is bad.
So we should not go to the river.
Yeah. You should not get big straw and drink the whole river.
And Lulu kind of flies. She flies out, which is really scary because, I mean, she can fly, but she like leaves the safety of tube and is kind of flying around. It's like, yes, there. And she points to your, I guess, left. Where their cardinal directions barely work, so we're just gonna use left, right, up, down. And she says, to your left, you see a little smudge of a hill. About 10 miles away, she says, like right there. That I believe is Fort Knucklebone. I think if we can get off the city, we can get down. And Raven Guard leads you back upstairs and leads you to the top of the High Hall Cathedral so that you can look out over all of Elturel in order to give you a little more information. He said that we were thinking about ways that we would eventually have to maybe leave Elturel ourselves. And luckily behind us, there are not many chains. You can see chains to the left, go and up, and to the right, but not many chains behind us. If I were you, I would jump off from there.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Lulu, how much can you carry?
I thought about that.
Right?
Beef, you got like a large make Lulu like the size of a real elephant. Maybe she.
If I get back my power, I could be a flying mammoth again. But right now, not so much, unfortunately. I think as there's no chains, there's not. You can't really see down from here. But if Raven Guard leads you to basically this area here, where you can look down between the cracks, it's not a super great view because like there's just flames and stuff like that. But it seems like there's not as much concentration of the devil, the blood war happening beneath you on this side. So you would, after a couple morning hours of scouting out, you would surmise that this southern bottom side behind the High Hall, it offers a decent place to jump off, but there's still a fuck ton of demons and stuff like that. So you think you might have to clear a little bit.
We could use our cloaks of protection for ziplining, like loop them around.
Yeah, I also can prepare spider climb so we could simply walk down the chains.
That's true. Each of the chains you've seen, that at the bottom of them has the most amount of fighting. Around them.
Cool.
So the chains would probably be the quote unquote, not easiest, but like it's the most straightforward way to climb. But unfortunately, that is explicitly the most number of baddies. But as you've been watching them for a little bit, they seem pretty distracted with each other.
What if we dressed up like demons, casually
I was just
walked
thinking
up the
that.
stairs?
Oh, Karloff, we are simpatico.
I really like dressing up in fancy costumes, even though I don't go out much. I like to do it in my room alone, and so to be able to do it out and about would be kind of fun.
I mean, guys, I mean, we can just jump off and be safe here. Like, do you really want to run down the chain to demon mobs?
Well, you say jump off and be safe. Like how?
I mean, safe-ish. I don't know. If we go down the chains and get knocked off the chains, we're falling anyway.
Right, but how? So with
I got
can
slow
we direct
fall.
ourselves so we don't fall straight down into the?
I'm imagining it's.
Can we do an
sort
angle
of like the World of Warcraft version? So it's not flight, but if you jump, I think you could probably arc it in a way that you
the trajectory?
you slowly move.
It's falling with style.
Falling.
Yeah,
with
you
style.
just gotta put a little. You gotta put a little.
So we gotta like
curve.
basically dead sprint off the edge and dive as far as you can,
Yes.
and then cast it, and then that'll be your trajectory. Just kind of slowly like,
Yep.
We could probably use our capes
and hope
a
you
little bit.
and just kind of hope we clear.
Like sugar
fighting?
gliders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super
we
hard
can
to
make
cut.
gliders. There's like curtains and shit in this high hall. Let's make a hang glider and do the feather fall thing and try to like.
Yeah,
I
I
wonder-
can
Do it.
gust of wind us like 6 times and keep it going.
I love this. This is all good.
Real, actually.
Want to do
Very
this?
good.
I
Can we
mean,
make-
so what we can do is I can be like a. Let's do this. Let's try and make like maybe we do pairs and we'll make I can be like a holder of one of the hang gliders, kind of like try and steer it since I'm not really a caster, and so like a caster could be like strapped to me to like like shoot spells if anything tries to fuck with us on the way down.
Yeah. Also, I have invisibility, and it says anything the target is wearing or carrying. So, if two swords carried us and we cast it, would that count?
To an extent, I think it can. They
Reward our creative thinking, Timothy.
I think legally, in order to be wearing, you have to put like your finger in their mouth or ear or something of
Listen,
that nature.
Gnash can do that.
No, I'm not doing that. I knew this weird wizard dude from way back when. He always tried to stick his finger in my mouth. I did not like it very much. I don't even remember his name, but it was weird. Yeah, he was a weird dude.
I could be like an undershirt for 2 swords.
How many people can you make invisible?
Okay, so it's a 2nd level spell, and I have 2 spell slots for 2nd level. So
Yeah. And invisibility, I'm
technically
pretty sure,
2.
is concentrations.
Yeah, it is.
Well, these are all good options. I feel like between feather falling, gliding. The issue right now is there's 4 of you plus Bear. So
Yeah.
that's enough since Tico disappeared, and since Rhea is staying behind, you won't have to figure out how to get them down with you.
That's true.
I mean, I don't want to take the lead here, but
No, go for it.
no, I think if we combine slow fall on us just in case things go awry, but then also jump off with a glider to get as far away from the demons as possible. They teach you in guard school, don't walk into the fight.
That's real.
Yeah, right. Because if we have gliders and we have like the slow fall, that'll just will really flatten our curve, and we can just maybe go real horizontal
Flatten the
and get
curve.
out. That's right. That was unintentional. All right. So
I can make a
time
glider.
for a montage.
Yeah, I'd love to make things, and I can make us the coolest glider ever. It's gonna be really rad, and everybody's gonna be so jealous when they see us jumping off, and they're gonna say, "Hey, I wish I had a glider like that." And
All right.
I'm not going.
You go
Here's
out
the
to
montage.
some of the surrounding broken houses, as well as raiding a bit of the stores of the High Hall of things they don't need. Of like, well, I don't think we'll need these curtains here or these pennants or anything like that. Sure, you can have them. Karloff, give me an investigation check.
You got it.
Cue the montage music.
Oh, I meant to do.
We're making the hang
Sirenscape.
We're making hang
I've got Sirenscape up.
and doing spells and planning a plan to avoid the
I got a
demons.
13.
Perfect. Yeah, you're able to find enough materials that haven't been broken, burnt, or anything like that to fashion together what you feel like is a pretty decently made hang glider to some extent. What? I solved your verification puzzle. Like this? Like that. And done. Oh, I had to click done. Okay.
And we're gonna escape the city with the power of friendship.
Beef, can you give me a perception check, please?
Beef perceives not much. That's a 9.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, it seems pretty good to you, this whole thing. It's totally fine.
All right, guys. Yeah, it looks great. I love it.
Gnash, can you give me a dexterity check, please? Gnash and 2 swords.
Alrighty.
Sure can.
You said save?
Check.
Oh, okay, that's like barely different.
Uh-oh. Did someone get a natural 20 or a 17 or a 12? A 1?
I got
A natural
Ooh.
20
Hell yeah.
has been rolled by me.
Yeah, after a Beef sort of signs off on like one of the bars, you realize that will never hold me. What are you talking about? And you're able to get some more sturdy bits of rope and tie it up without making it too heavy. And you give it a few tests, 2 swords, and you think that this will hold my boy. What did you get, Gnash?
11.
As you're kind of looking at it, you who is built for speed realized there was it's not a flaw. When you guys are making improvised flying machines. There's no such thing as the whole thing is flawed. But you're
right.
But you're able to find a little bit of aerodynamics that can be corrected in the tail, and you now think that you're going to be able to glide a little bit more as you're looking at it, comparing like you're like, okay, when I be jumping, it looks like this, back and forth, and thinking about all the beautiful birds and how they fly. So you're able to make the tail of the hang glider function a little bit better. And between the 4 of you, you think this thing could probably work pretty good.
Now I think about it, that's actually super for real, because I based Gnash on the Final Fantasy Dragoon.
Mm-hmm.
So my specialty is dive bombing and falling.
Yeah.
Like straight down.
You should
Hell yeah.
Like, how do I make it opposite of that?
Yeah, you should just jump, I think, is my opinion.
This entire contraption is an insult to the laws of physics.
So I imagine you're on, you find like a workshop beneath the cliff of the High Hall down here that kind of has ripped away since this is sort of like the safest area. And Ravengard looks it over and he says, I can't believe this would actually work, but you're braver than I, and I've seen some horrible things. I definitely think... And then from out of nowhere, there's this horrendous shrieking noise, if not sounding like all of existence is being ripped in two. It sounds like the Inception horn mixed with the Spider-Verse Prowler noise, along with 10,000 horns being blown at the same time. The rocks beneath you fall away a little bit. You have to hurriedly secure. Give me a group athletics check, please.
I am very good at that.
Well,
Did I show him?
-1 is 9.
Okay.
I got 5.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
I got another 11. Damn, we did great, guys.
Okay, so
We did.
with the horrific shaking of all of Elturel with existence feeling to be ripped apart around you, your flying contraption starts to fall off of the back. Beef and Karloff are unable to help, but quickly Two Swords grabs it, and then Gnash is able to support, and you guys just keep it from falling off, and you're able to stop Bear.
That would have been really shitty of you, Tim.
It would have been really funny.
No, I would have gone out and got it. I can teleport. I would have gone out there and grabbed it.
You have no idea what's happening as you look around, as everything is shaking in a horrific way, and appearing out of the clouds, the mist is, and I'll find the picture. I'll find it. You can't fucking stop me from finding it. I know what it looks like. Why can I not show you? Oh, is it here?
Ravengard's hot.
Ravengard is hot.
He's Dudley.
Is it this?
Fucked up.
Is it this? Is it this? Okay, it's this. Is it this?
More pictures.
I know. I can tell you what it looks like, but the art in this book is so good.
Paint us a word picture.
All right, let me just look it up.
This is the mist, like in the sky, or
sky.
Yeah.
I can't spell. Oops.
Oh, this is fun. The neighbor kid bought a fucking GoPed.
That's
Hell
so
yeah,
good.
neighbor kid.
Hell yeah.
It's my headcanon that Karloff does TikToks in the costumes.
Yes!
Karloff dresses up and does like cosplay TikTok.
She totally would do like the cosplay movements.
Yes, 100%. Like we would never know, but
Yeah.
if I happened to pull out like my Sending Stone iOS device and was like, "Oh, let me check Karloff."
I feel like Gnash secretly follows and supports her, like under an alt account.
100%. Like I wouldn't tell nobody, but I see you.
Oh.
I think is it this picture?
In a post-credit scene from this episode, Karloff's trying to teach Two Swords how to floss.
Yeah.
Wait, so my arm goes front.
Yeah.
Man, wait.
You just have to swing your arms, and they go back and forth, in front and back. It's really easy, but you just have to be coordinated.
Okay.
But I believe in you. You could do swords. You could do floss.
Okay.
If you can swing a sword, you can.
I should probably put my swords down though. I'm gonna stab myself.
Well worth the wait. I'm glad I waited because I did not click the right button. So as this huge noise is going everywhere, you see coming out of the mists, this hellish mist, this huge 450-foot tall flying citadel that is dragging the point of its spike against the ground, leaving a huge furrow. The legions of devils perk up and seem to be get a second wind as this huge thing passes right by you guys and gets closer to where all the demons are and just starts raining hell upon them. Ravengard looks at you and goes, "I've seen this once before when we first got there. You have to go right now. That is Zariel's flying fortress."
I want to get it. Go there.
They must have felt
I want to go there.
the demons breaking through the portal and decided to finally do something about it. If her fortress is here, that is very bad indeed. And you just see like a whole host of devils aboard this start dropping down and relieving the embattled defenders down below in each of the chains. But because of this, all the demons that were beneath you guys start to rush away to reinforce their buddies as huge fireballs and meteors just get called down.
Well, that was convenient.
On the ground.
Let's get the heck out of here.
We going?
All right, let's do this. All right, everyone, let's go. Strap in. We're gonna run for the edge.
All right, I just hugged Two Swords.
Yeah.
Everyone, get in.
Yeah, paint me a picture.
I'm very beefy.
Is this a is it one thing and Two Swords is flying it
Andre the Giant me, like when they climb up the cliff face.
I love it.
I feel like
here's another good picture of it too.
I'd like to think we're all like attached by at the waist by the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have no idea. It's probably like much later in the day since this is not easy to do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like it's Bear and Two Swords that are running together, and the rest of us are like baby Bjorned onto them.
I just want to say I understand why, for the good of the group and our long-term goals, this is probably wise. However, that being said, it is my natural instinct to want to go straight for that flying fortress, head on. But I do understand. I am taking this as a sign of personal growth.
I just said don't run toward the fight.
But the person I am here to kill is in that thing.
But like later, man.
Yeah, because we can kill them harder.
Oh, okay. I like
yes.
That thing is duking out demons. We gotta go. It is raining down dukes of demons.
All right.
Dropping them.
So, Tim, we run for the edge.
Yeah. All right. You push it off using your strong dragonborn legs. You get over the lip and drop like a stone, given that there are so many of you on this thing. But just as a little bit, you're able to get a little bit of wind. Can someone make me some sort of dex check to try to right this dropping stone?
Nope, wait, that's not an 18. That's a 14.
Okay, yeah, you're able to wrench the nose up, and it just barely pulls up, and you miss crushing into the back of Broken Elturel. Now, after a few more seconds, you are horrifically flying over the air, and you see the battle playing down beneath you with the picture I just sent. But basically, it is pandemonium, chaotic down there as more and more reinforcements are pouring out from beneath you.
I want to fight that big spiky boy.
Yeah, yeah, you can jump out and go get him. Yeah, there's some of these huge towers, like siege towers, that haven't been used in hundreds of years, creak forward, and you're able to put a little more distance as just such a hellish bit of stuff going on down there. There are giveaways today. Thank you, Sir Newt. I completely forgot. Let us enter into flying montage zone with a little bit of, as I like to call, 4th edition skill challenge. We can play it fairly loosey-goosey to the extent that like you guys can present me with problems on your flight and then roll to fix them. That works for my butt.
A somewhat niche reference, but in my mind, I'm listening to the music from the Disney ride Soarin'.
We're soaring, flying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Can I go first? Because I have a good idea.
Yeah, please.
Okay, maybe the flying fortress that is like zooming pretty close to us, it's making weird currents in the air.
Oh, so true.
And I would like to do a like some type of intelligence-based check to like find the slipstream so that we can sort of slip past it and go fast.
Yeah, brother, do that for me.
Through slipstream.
Let's see. Can I just do a straight up intelligence check? Would that work? Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, 16 plus 7 is 23.
Yeah, not only that, but you see a huge explosion beneath you, much in the same way of Breath of the Wild, as you feel a little bit of the... there's way too much weight on this glider. But as you start to like drop again, you point out a good angle, and you get a huge burst of warm air coming up from the ground, from just you look down and you're like, yay, fire, but as you go over it, there's just this lumbering 45-foot tall looking minotaur like creature just lighting on fire and falling to the ground.
Hell yeah.
Feel free to popcorn it.
Jeez.
Beef Beef is gonna look around and make sure that their glider's not falling apart.
Great.
Using investigation to like very afraid, like there's too many people on this glider. And maybe like tie up shit if it's falling apart.
Okay.
And he rolls a 14.
Oh, that is good. That is good.
Hell yeah.
You notice that the strap holding Bear is bad, and Bear looks like a giant anchor for this falling death machine. But you're able to use your brain and your beef to kind of strap him down better, and he's sort of acting as a strong center of balance for this death machine. Let me open up the giveaway. I'm sorry, I should have done this before. Thank you for reminding me. All right, so one of the things that's happening right now that maybe you guys know about is that your friendly local game stores are either not closed or extremely less shopped at. So our friends at Pandemonium in Cambridge, Massachusetts, reached out to us about doing some giveaways. Basically, Pandemonium has been doing several levels of online games. There's a kids version, which are like 8 to 12 plus parents, beginners D&D, which is like 13 plus, and then adult D&D. So like beginners is just a mix of both. And we are giving away one slot for one of these games. Let me make sure I'm saying it correctly. Yep. So one slot in the D&D session of your choice of all of them, and I'll shoot you the email if you win. But you can do it's hashtag Pandemonium in the chat. So if you'd like to play online D&D, you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and link their website for you guys in the chat. I don't know what their availability and things like that are, but I think it would be a super radical thing. And they do private D&D games for groups of 4 or more, families, yada, yada, yada. And they now have a 6-player free deal, so buy 5, get 1 free type thing. So there's more information there. But yeah, they're giving away 1 slot for one of their games, and you can work with them to figure out what that is. But thank you very much to Pandemonium for, I guess, I've bought so many of my board games, but you see behind me from there. So when they reached out to us, I was like, hell yeah, baby. You don't have to pay anything. You can do it right now. So yeah, it's Pandemonium if you want to play in a D&D game. All right, who wants to go next as your you start to glide a little bit farther out? Right now, unfortunately, you seem to be completely over the river Styx, and your current trajectory will lead you kaplunking into the river.
No!
Right.
Oh no!
Josh, do you have some? I can go. It's real straightforward.
Go for it.
All right, I'm doing athletics because I'm holding on to the whatever that bar on hang gliders, that goes across.
It's gotta have.
And I'm trying to steer. And I'm saying it's athletics because I got 1,000 pounds on this thing.
Okay, wow.
I'm trying to,
easily.
Wow.
Well, between Bear and myself, that's gotta be like over 500. Yeah. So,
yeah, but I mean, I'm small.
And all our shit too. All our gear.
Yeah. Your barrels of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did we bring
It's
the
mostly
milk?
milk weight.
Yeah.
That is I'm gonna assume a 24 succeeds, Tim.
Woo! Perfect.
Strong boy.
Yes, you're able to, with a few more moments of gliding, able to get a better sense of how this baby purrs, and you're able to treat her oh so right, and you're able to jerk it to the right a little bit, and now you can see way off in the distance that you're actually going kind of towards what you assume.
This is a great burn in my triceps.
But yeah, it's you still think if it crashes, you guys might take a little bit of damage. And you hear on top, like for just a brief second, the trumpet ear-splitting noise stops, and you think that you have a. It's like your ears are ringing because, like, oh, we heard such a naughty noise for so long. Surely I must hear my ears ringing. But then you look in front of you, and what you thought was a cloud coming, or like a little bit of a plume of smoke, is actually just a swarm of these horrifically disgusting flies that it looks like you guys are going to fly directly into.
Ooh.
That is the worst.
I could probably do something about that. I can blow them away.
Kill.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe this is a good spot to cast Gust of Wind.
Okay.
Which I can't remember all of the details about, but it says it's 60 feet ahead of us. It's just gonna go bugs away. And the bugs will need to take a strength saving throw.
Okay.
These bugs be like fucking mighty.
It's Gust of Wind or Gust?
Yeah. Gust of Wind, which is a big spell for me.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Yeah, so two swords, right as you get kind of the hang of it, and oh baby, she's purring. Unfortunately, you now have a jet engine facing the wrong direction.
Oh no!
The good news is the cloud of bugs in front of you just explodes away, and you're no longer about to go through it. But the bad situation is now you're kind of
acrobatics to try and like do a twirly loop to right in this.
do barrel.
As a bonus
barrel.
action, I can change the direction of the line.
Perfect.
Hell yeah!
There you go. All right, now you guys, you're still kind of wobbly. Nash, how are you? What are you going to do?
Okay, listen, there's been a lot of chaos. We're like up, then we're down.
It's
we're
still
like left.
rickety. It's shaky.
It's rickety and shaky. But listen, Nash is the type of fellow that has his eyes on the prize.
Mhm.
I am looking out and trying to spot a very good place for us to land.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
My delicious feral perceptions.
Oh, for sure.
Holy God, that is a 19 on the dice. That is a 22.
Hell yeah! All right,
Fuck
so
yeah!
as you're kind of like spinning around, as Beef is trying to dial back in his jet engine to be helpful, because sometimes it's like going the wrong way, sometimes it's going the right way at the wrong time. Story of my life, you know what I'm saying? You see a little bit of a clearing that looks to be where they stored some of their broken equipment. It's you think it's like at first it looked like a giant hill, but as you're getting closer, it's actually just a huge pile of bones, rusted armor, rusted out war equipment, and things like that. And on the other side of it, there seems to be sort of just a flat bit of plain that you think that you can land on. You do notice a few more pools that sort of look Stygian, if you will, river Styx like, but they have a different color, and you think, yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to thread the needle and land right there. As you're flying, you're probably halfway down now, but the worst is behind you from the falling with style perspective. Now, unfortunately, there is a group of rocks flying towards you, which are basically giant buzzards, I guess you'd say.
Gotcha.
And they see your delicious meats, they smell your delicious milk, and there's 6 rocks flying towards you, shrieking. They pull themselves off from feasting on some dead outskirts creatures and are flying towards you.
How far off the ground did you say we were again?
You're probably about 200 feet now, give or take.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we're like halfway.
Should I do animal handling to growl at them in rock?
Sure.
Convince them that I'm also a Vrock.
Okay. Yeah, you can try.
Oh, Father God.
If someone has something else.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, the wind is still active, but I don't think.
Tim's like, sure, with a TCO 30.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a DM that if you wanted to do something bad and you rolled a 20, I'm not gonna be like, roll my eyes. Okay, you fuck the dragon. Nope. I'm like, for a second, as you're being crunched on, the dragon's like, you know
that
what?
example
That guy
is very
was cool.
rich coming from you, Tim.
Maybe
Well, when you're level 20, things will talk.
I could like shatter at the rocks as they get close to like scare them off.
Okay.
Woo.
Yeah, they're screaming towards you, flapping, kind of like biting at each other. So you're like, ah!
Yeah, so I like the range is 60 feet. So once I know that they're in range, I will point at them and unleash a giant explosion of thunderous sound.
Do it.
Hell yeah.
If you're gonna do it, do you want me to roll it like a skill, or do you want to just do it as a spell is?
Yeah, just do a spell.
They need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, never mind. You roll it.
Okay. Well, you would roll like an intimidation.
I don't know.
Do we roll like
or
an
like a
Arcana?
charisma check to see if you are able to, how good you blast, how good you angle.
Okay. Let's do it.
Your spellcasting modifier, I guess.
Okay. That is a 16.
16? Yeah. Okay, yeah, you blast apart. All of them sort of like fly away. Unfortunately, there's one, the big chunker coming at you. As he gets a little bit closer, you notice he's a Vrock wearing an eye patch, and he's been here before. This is
shit.
No,
Kakashi
he's cool.
Rock.
Who's up next?
Let's see. I can go. And what I would like to do is I want to. I'm just gonna.
Induction cooker.
Okay.
Like, I don't like Amazon, but they're like $30. Like,
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
and
more
you can
reasonable
set a
than I
temperature so you don't burn your oil or anything.
Yeah, because one time for been a nice anniversary, I tried to like deep fry katsu, and I almost set our apartment on fire.
Oh, no.
It was very dangerous times.
I think I know what broke my computer, and I don't need to say it, so I think we're back. Hello, hi, how are you?
Faith.
It's a lack of faith. Someone didn't believe it. To remind you, we have a giveaway for one slot in a online D&D game run by one of my favorite comic book stores. Not comic book stores, it's a board game store. Pandemonium Books and Games in
Tim,
Cambridge.
While you were gone, we completely tamed the rocks, and we each now have a rock mount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Two Swords actually just mounted a rock in a gross way.
Oh.
I'm not a deviant. Quit making me one.
Ew, you guys are in love. Grody. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're back, baby. So I don't remember what the last thing Twitch heard. Maybe it was Kim shot a blast in the face of a Vrock coming at you, and now there's a flaming Vrock coming your way.
Vrock around the clock.
Vrock around the clock.
Yeah. The rock meteor.
Vrock meteor, yeah. Kim was able to shoot it with fire in case that part didn't come in, and its eyeball bursted, and it's no longer coming at you at a scary way where it's like, I'm gonna freaking get you, bro. Now it's like, ah! As you hear more shuddering, and out of nowhere, a fucking meteorite just screams by your thing. And you're like, we don't even have to roll with this. This is just like our existence now. It sucks. All right, who Kim and I think Josh have taken turns this round. Which of so Beef or Two Swords? There's a flaming Vrock headed your way.
Just the one.
Just
one,
the
like,
one.
conveniently, like right under us, by any chance?
No, we're. It's like coming.
All right.
It's like
I
falling
mean,
at it.
there's the other ones that scattered. I think there's a chance some of them went down. I think that's definitely the case. It's possible. Not right under you at all, but maybe 60 feet beneath you, 30 feet. I don't know.
Maybe a perception check to find us a rock-free path, and I can try to get the most out of my Gust of Wind and
Certainly,
redirect.
please,
Hell yeah.
please do.
Maybe
All right.
of rock barreling at us, covered in water / ice.
That is a nat 1.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no!
As you try to figure out the direction, you kind of lose control a little bit of your gust, and now there's a flaming rock coming at you, and now the glider is in a tailspin as the which technically, if we're being scientific, makes it's going to be real hard for the rock to hit you, but also it's hell, and for some reason both you guys are just flying zanily, but you're getting closer and closer. More meteors are falling all around you, and you're getting close to the ground. And there seems to be reserves waiting to go rush at the demons. Pat, what do you do, friend?
So we're no longer gliding nicely with rocks around us. We are falling.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, I was gonna do the whole thing and with inspiration and try to land on a rock and take over it.
I mean, you can try that still. That could still be your truth.
I'd be bailing on everyone else.
That would be the case regardless, for sure.
Well, no. A glider that's steadily going in the direction it should.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Out of control.
Goodbye.
So can I do acrobatics? It's like I'm using like my body like mass and weight, and like I'm supporting myself and trying to like push against the glider with one like this while using my legs to push, like kind of like, and just using whole body control to try and push against our spin.
Perfect. I love it.
That work? Yeah. You're a generous and kind and loving DM.
Who's gonna throw up from all this spinning?
15? Yeah. No. Yeah. Describe how it works. I mean, that's perfect. It's 15.
All right. Well, I'm gonna I kind of just use. It's just really hard. Man, my core is screaming with pain right now because I swing my legs back up and kind of brace my heels into the frame, and I kind of am doing this push against the spin. Kind of trying to turn against it to try and right us out. Well, it's like I go with it and then go against it to try and straighten this out. So we're spinning, and it's almost like I'm rolling with it, but then at some point I break us out of it, at the curve.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, and you're even able to dodge just underneath the flaming rock as it goes above you, and you see clearing all of those horrific bad things that the patch of land that Gnash saw in front of you is slowly getting closer and closer. Let's have a combined, I guess, dex check to see if you guys can work together and land without crumpling.
Ooh, that's a good one. 21 for me.
Perfect. Perfect.
Ooh.
That burned out 2 swords because he just rolled a 4.
I got a 4 as well.
Oh no!
Shit!
Nice.
I got an 18. Does it average out?
Okay, yeah. I mean, sort of, sure. You're not. It's not bad enough that you can. You're not going to crash into one of the piles of the lakes by there. But so yeah, in front of you, there's you just clear over the little bit of rusted metal that actually gets a pretty gnarly scratch on Bear's frame and cuts his him free. So he lands, but he rolls down. He seems more or less fine, but now you guys are in sort of an unchill way, but you smash pretty freaking hard. You each take a total of.
It's we kind of hit and tumble across the ground.
Yes, yeah. You each take 9 points of damage. And remind me which of you rolled the worst.
Me.
Kim and I had a 4.
You both had a 4?
Yeah.
Then I simply will make you both roll a second. one to see what happens.
Oh no.
Dex save or check?
Check.
12.
12?
12.
Okay, so the two of you launch off, and you're both rolling, and you come to a stop. Kind of like
I'm like holding Karloff.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm baby Bjorn to your front, so that's why we have the same roll.
and you both look down, and you realize that you're dangling above this fetid pool of what looks like just viscera with bile, maybe some water thrown in for good measure, maybe some sort of like oil, and you guys are horrifically dangerously close to it, based on this little outcropping of rusted junk, and it's kind of
So we're like kind of upside down, hanging over. I'm like holding on to Karloff. I'll look up / down because at the like nailed it.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna
Don't do
throw
that.
up.
how are you going? How are you going to save your buddies from falling into the poo
The poo poo lagoon.
lagoon?
How like far away have they rolled? Like
You guys are probably like
Give them that power.
30 feet away, give or take. Did I say you all took 6 damage?
9 damage.
9 damage.
9
Give
damage.
it 9 damage.
Oh.
Which is a lot for beef.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna sprint over there and try to grab them hoes. With my arms because I don't have a spell for this. I'm just gonna try to pull them away from danger somehow.
Okay.
Or up danger, up and away. What do you need? Athletics? What do you want?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, never mind. I read this wrong. It is a 12.
12. Okay, you're able to pull Karloff off, but just then, the little bit of rusted infernal metal snaps, and just a little bit of this goo gets on you. 2 swords. You take no damage. Isn't that fun? But can you make a Constitution saving throw?
All
Which
right.
would be.
Oh, I see that. I'm very.
I know you're probably fine, but it'd be very funny if you fail.
19.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's even trying to aware
Oh,
word.
sorry. 30/20.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, basically. Oh man, I really wish. Oh man, this is so cool. That was so.
What would have happened?
So I'm very conny. I'm so con.
Yeah, I should have dunked Karloff in this goo. You'd have a great time. I won't tell you, but basically I rolled a D100, and based on that, something horrific could happen.
Ooh.
It role
You almost
playing.
got Tasha Yard.
Yeah. You, I don't get the reference. Who's that? Is that a Star Trek? It sounds like.
It's Star Trek, yeah. She just got gooed to death.
Gross. It burns on your skin, but you're not going to take any real damage. But you throw up a little bit. You're not quite sure from the flight or from the touching this little goo. But basically, yeah, you're in the area next to this huge mound of discarded junk, next to these pools that don't quite look running, I guess, water. It's disgusting. There's little bits of skeletons and bones and meat and disgusting things like that. And here you are on the surface of Avernus.
Dope. Can I
Let's do that
Arcana
again.
or history check the goo to know if I can safely like water skin some of it for later use?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check, please.
It's 15.
Yeah, this looks like to you some sort of delicious demonic ichor which it's basically what remains after a demon dies. It's a little bit of it's a delicious reduction, of demonic blood, viscera, and various bodily fluids, with a consistency of odor of maybe bile. And as you're looking around, you see like a couple more pools, and they're just huge, like small lakes of it, little ponds of this gross shit. You can try to get some of it if you want to make a separate check.
I don't know if I would mess with that stuff, but I mean, you're a real man, I guess.
Eat the doo-doo batter. Eat the doo-doo batter.
I think it depends on what kind of a check I need to make here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're proficient with alchemical supplies, you could probably roll a dex check with like proficiency. You probably have to do a dex check to some extent.
All right, I'm gonna scoop it.
Scoop that gunk.
Oh shit. Yucky.
That would be another 15.
Okay, yeah. You're able to fill one of your sacks with this delicious goo. Who knows?
Added to inventory.
Who knows what would happen? I mean, there's a lot of good things here. Just right here. Well, and if I rolled this number, you get a +1 to AC. There's a lot more words there. Who knows what the other things are? But
So do we see? I can roll for it if you want. Knucklebone off in the distance, or the...
Now that you're on the ground, you do not. The Avernian wastelands suck shit. But if you want to pull out your trusty map and take a look at it, maybe help you orient where you are,
Okay.
there seems to be, yeah.
Gotcha. So Two Swords is safe. Two Swords is free of the...
Yeah.
I think we're all out.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all kind of like dusting ourselves off from.
Okay, cool.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
I'm actually pretty hurt, but yeah, sure.
I never want to do that again. That was the worst experience of my life. I never should have come out of my room.
Two Swords. Roll 2d4.
2d4. Cool. Just straight up.
Mm-hmm.
A 2.
Oh, sorry. Tell me what are in each of the die.
A 2 and a 3.
2 and 3. All right. This is kind of a fun mechanic. Roll 2d4 if the characters are traveling to an unvisited destination marked on their map. That's technically not true, but we're doing it. If the rolls of both dice do not match, the characters arrive at the destination as intended. If the dice match, they wind up somewhere else. Isn't that cute? Isn't that fun? Isn't that a fun way to do it? And the dice size goes up with your ability to know where you're going. But since you don't know, you haven't been there yet, and it's not marked on your map either, you're able to kind of orient the direction where you're like, okay, it's looking like, you know, the river's behind you to some extent. You look into the sky, there's Elturel. And you know that I'm going to draw a giant box on the map.
Okay.
Or I guess I'm saying I don't need to. You're somewhere on the western side of this bank where it zigzags. So somewhere on there is you.
I see a giant black jellyfish in the sky.
No.
Those are probably just windmills. Like the dude was.
Yeah, he lost his mind.
Yeah, they were just windmills.
They're weather balloons, right?
Yeah.
But one of the I don't know if I've done this yet. But as you're kind of looking at the map and trying to figure out where to go, the map says to you, "I've never been there. I'm sorry that you don't have a better map to lead you through hell. I'll guess I suck."
So you said the map said this?
The map says this.
Y'all, did y'all? Okay, look, I know we've been through a lot, and y'all gotta think. Tell me I did not. I'm not the only one who just heard the map talk.
I paged the map.
That was not me practicing my ventriloquism there.
Ouch! Surely! Oh, sure, just stop by the next beautiful map store. Then you'll find a better map. I'm not just the only map of Avernus that exists. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Is this like Tico's shield? How it talked? Is this like the same thing?
Give me some sort of Arcana check.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I pinched it and it talked again. So,
Nap, are you alive?
18.
Yeah, it seems to be. I think one might consider this a curse to some extent. Basically, you don't know what's up, but it feels like the cartographer almost imparted its knowledge into it. But as Silvara explained to you, the map maker went insane making the map. So there's going to be a few.
Hello,
things.
Map. Do you have? Yeah, you got a name?
oh god,
I'm gonna call you Matt. Matt.
Matt the map.
Hello. I'm Two Swords. This is Karloff, Gnash, and Beef, and it's Bear, and this is my kitty, Slabber Chops. He's not mine. This little cube. I'm just watching him for a friend. And also that. Do we still have the closet?
Yeah, why not?
of course we have the closet. Where would we?
I don't remember his name. He's kind of a dick, but
He didn't
Karloff.
help at all on that way down.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or did he? Or did he?
was
When you only saw 12 footprints in the sand.
Okay, Matt. We're trying to find Knucklebone Fort.
I don't know where that is.
Okay. Anyone else want to talk to the map?
Mr. Matt the map, do you know where we are right now? Where about?
You're in Avernus. Oh, I don't know where we are. I'm a map.
Literally your job, though.
Does the map have self-esteem problems, or is it something?
He's a sad
Do we
man.
need to encourage the map?
The map needs therapy.
Yeah, who has good charisma?
I have good charisma. Do you want me to try to encourage the map's self-esteem?
Go ahead and try.
Okay, so I'm gonna gently put my hand on the back of the map.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, listen. You're gonna be the one that knows everything about this because you're the map, right? Like that's your strong suit. And we're here to help you. You're here to help us. It's gonna be a great time. We're here to work with you, buddy. We're not mad at you.
Okay. Yeah, give me some sort of charisma-based check or roll.
Like a persuasion?
Yeah.
Where am I at? Okay, there it is. That is 20 on the dice, 24 total.
Perfect.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm so glad that you rolled a natural 20 so that we can definitively put this to rest. He says no more. As you sort of spend more and more time, it doesn't talk to you. Let's say you spent like a couple minutes sort of getting your shit together, getting your bearings, making sure there's nothing around you. You realize after talking to it and have it wail back at you, this map doesn't converse. It just will give you information if queried about locations on the map and things of that nature. Or like where you are in relation to it. So you're able to get it to talk a few times based on map stuff, but it's never super helpful because where you are is not charted on the map and where you're going is not charted on the map. So right now it seems to be pretty sad that the first time it's interacting with you, it can't be a little flashy and tell you some fun stuff.
He mentioned there was a map store where we could get a better map.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to roll. There was definitely sarcasm, but you never know with this. Avernus, I don't know what you know about Avernus, but Avernus has, it's the front door to hell. So there's many weird shit in this plane. So who's to say?
Can I talk to my little closet friend?
Sure.
Hey, what's your name? I forgot, even though we're best friends and you're my baby. What's your name again?
Oh, my name?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Ophurk. Ophurkh. Ophurk.
Okay. Oh, Ophurk, do you do you know where we are? Do you know how we could get to the Knucklebone Fort?
You're in hell, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I gathered that much, but do you know? Have you been here before? Like,
No.
do you? Oh,
Stupid! I told you that I went through the portal up on Elturel. Oh my God, we're live!
yeah,
Wow.
yes.
Look at that thing. That's horrific. And what is that thing? And what is that thing? He's pointing to the companion that you can kind of see still flashing, and the huge floating fortress.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff. I'm surprised you slept through it all. But yeah, we're down on the ground now. But if you don't know where we are, that's okay. You're still my precious little angel baby.
We're in hell, baby. I'm gonna kill you. You're eventually gonna join Baphomet, baby. I know it.
Okay.
I like this guy's jazzy attitude here.
Yeah, I mean, we did whip the shit out of Baphomet's minions. True. I don't know why you don't have them respect for us now, but we'll get it. We'll get there.
He was also knocked out for a part of that, but still.
Damn, that is true. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Karloff, can you roll some sort of charisma-based check to increase your relation, your social link with
Yes.
Yes, max out social link.
I'll roll persuasion. Okay, that's a 12 plus 3 is 15.
Perfect. He doesn't bite you this time, which you will take as a
baby steps.
A baby step, as you maybe try to let him go on his own. He immediately turns invisible and tries to fly away, but you just see your little rope going jerking everywhere. You have to hold him back.
I love my friend who hates me.
And then after a while, he goes, "All right, I'm done." Right. Lulu, though, is flying around like, wow, I cannot believe you guys survived that. I was flying a few times. I pushed the rock out of the way. That was pretty good. And she's like, nothing bad happened to me. And then she does a quick little happy Lulu spin in the air. And the entire left ass of her is covered in like charred golden mammoth fur, baby mammoth fur. Like, I made that out of that scrap pretty well, don't you think? And she glows a little bit, and it gets brighter all around her as she like casts light.
All right, so should we start just walking?
Yes, it's this way.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Lulu. Is your butt okay, by the way? You don't feel bad?
Karloff, you dog!
Always gotta look out for my friends' butts.
Yes! Oh, behave! Yeah, our heroes survived their crash as a horrific hell battle is happening in the background, and they make their way, being led by a slightly ass-singed Lulu, going in a direction that Lulu feels is the right way, and, maybe Two Swords thinks maybe that is correct as well. But we will end there, and you guys will be level 7.
Oh,
hell yeah.
I'm going to get rid of the you must rest to level up. But yes, you will level up now, having survived the last half of Elturel. Well, I wanted to level you up, but I just didn't want to give you an even easier time getting out of Elturel, since you guys seem to have it on lockdown. We wanted to make it a little bit harder. But a lot of the checks in the book are actually really low, which is hilarious.
Oh!
They're super low, but some of them you'll just die if you fail.
Hell yeah.
and I don't love that. It's like, oh, I failed a DC 10 check and I'm dead. That's fun. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We will be here next week for another installment of Happy Hell Hour. As you dig a little bit of this dirt in your hand, you're finally on the surface of Avernus, a place few mortals have ever been, and even fewer mortals have escaped. As you search down the beautiful sword of Avernus, or Zariel, excuse me, we still have the giveaway open for the one spot of a game with Pandemonium Books and Comics in Cambridge, Massachusetts, but also it's online, so it doesn't matter where it is. So you can do #Pandemonium in the chat to be entered. there. And yeah, what about the rest of you fine folks? Any other cool stuff you want to plug?
I mean, there's me and Pat's movie podcast. Let's Rewatch. Always check that out. It's so much fun.
So much.
Hell yeah.
And then just because we're on it for the next 2 episodes, Scruffy Nerf Herders podcast on a certain point of view, Star Wars D&D, and I'm a shitty robot, and Pat's a Wookiee
With the voice box.
Oh yeah.
It's real good. It's real good.
Wookiee with the cybernetic voice box.
Oh, and then follow me on Twitter, Brett Eagles.
Do that.
Post in chat. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
As for me, you can listen to me on Transformation Sequence, is a Geek Link anime podcast. It's a lot of fun. We're currently on hiatus right now because like everybody in the cast has had something unfortunate happen to them. But we'll be back soon. You can also listen to me on Naruto Revito, which is a podcast me and Tim and our buddy Jesse do, where we talk about Naruto. And both of those casts combined are going to be playing Naruto RPG upcoming for the charity stream. I'm really excited because it's based on the freeform universal rules, and I'm basically making it up as I go along. So I'm really excited about it.
We should plug this weekend, the 25th. We are doing a charity stream for the Trevor Project, where for 24 hours the Geekly community will be playing various tabletop and role-playing games, all to raise money for the Trevor Project in order to hopefully beat our previous goals. But we also know that we are in one of the worst periods of the past 100 years. So if we hit half our goal as last year, I'm going to be happy. So that kicks off at 10 p.m. at twitch.tv/geeklyinc.
Hell yeah.
Any little bit is still a better little bit.
That's so true.
Yes, exactly. You can also listen to me on Monster Hearts, which is not Monster Hearts, Wintercrest podcast, which is a Monster Hearts real play podcast, as well as Love to Hate, which is a show about things we love, things we hate. Do it with my buddies. It's a good time.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'm on all social media platforms wherein you can stalk your exes at Josketh. Just be out here having a great time, laughing at TikToks, and looking at terrible things on the net. Not like news terrible, but like but like things that are just like out of control. There was somebody who just posted their whole raw genitalia on my timeline the other day, and I was like, "Oh wow, great! This is 11 a.m. Cool." So this is what I be doing,
Never too early for genitals on the timeline.
I mean, what is early now? We're all on quarantine anyway. What is early?
Yeah, a few of my G chats have lifted the not safe for work rules, which we usually do just when we're drunk on like Saturday at 2 a.m. Now it's like Thursday at 2 p.m.
Days do not exist anymdon't Tim.
Yeah.
Like, where are we?
We'll do not safe for work from home sometimes, but
there you go.
Like don't here's titty. Don't look.
At the Pat Edwards, and yeah. Oh hey, if you like Disney stuff, like classic Disney, I just had was a guest on a podcast called Dole Whip and Dreams. Check it out. It's awesome. Delightful gentleman, Maddie. And we did a deep dive on the classic Robin Hood, the animated with the sexy foxes.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
TM Foxes.
The furry creator.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, thank you so much, everyone on Twitch. We'll see you next week. Tonight we'll be doing yet another Gapcast.
Did you do the giveaway thing?
No, I should do that. Thank you for reminding me. My brain doesn't work. All right, I will draw the entrant now. And we got Locos Doritos. Locos Doritos.
Yay!
Cool.
Congratulations. I will.
I love the way you taste.
Yeah. Huge fan.
Damn. See, now I want pizza and Doritos Taco.
You gotta crumble the Doritos on your pizza crust.
Yeah, so there
That
is
was a
a
good
local
idea.
pizza place. There's a local pizza place that does a seasonal one during the summer that is basically like a taco pizza, but they do like basically Dorito crumbles on it, and they do some kind of like spicy ranch drizzle type thing on it. It's so good.
I could eat that and hate myself.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. I will turn the stream off for real this time and not because my computer froze. But I will check you guys out later. Love you. Bye.